Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. On another report, we talked about the Big Bass Tour coming very quickly at the end of this month. But one of the things that I think we should be aware of, because I've talked to some of my really good friends that are avid bass fishermen and fishing the St. Lawrence right now. In fact, my buddy Mike Bean told me, he said, unlike other years at this time, we're finding a lot of the bass, these big smallmouths, are still in the shallows, and a lot of them are still in a spawning mode. Usually that's all over with by this time. That's why bass season normally opens June 15th. Well, that's the new date this year, normally the last weekend in June. But it's to protect them so they aren't molested during the spawn. But these bass are still in shallow water. Now, is it because this year, especially in our area, the St. Lawrence River is higher than I've ever seen it in years and years, and it's been that way all spring. You can see it if you go to Waddington and you look out from the boat launch, and you'll see there's a shoal out there, and it's actually a big shoal. It's all underwater, and it has been. And I get to see that every day as I travel Route 37. So it's interesting to know that at this time of the year, all of us that maybe not as skilled in fishing the deep current areas with drop shots, because that's where the fish normally are now, they're still in shallow. So now you can catch them with spinner baits or crankbaits or rattle traps. Rattle traps are a lipless crankbait that rattles and it wiggles, and rattle traps are pretty famous through the years, and they can be really effective. One of the things for any of us that don't have a big boat, that aren't good at fishing the deeper water, is you got to locate these fish. And so having a bait like I'm telling you, the spinner baits, the crankbaits, and the rattle traps, it allows you to fish quicker. It allows you to cover more water than you would if you were slowly fishing a Senko or something like that. Now, if you locate the fish, and they're always going to be in groups, if you locate them, then you can shift your technique to something maybe more finesse-like using a Senko. And when I say Senko, any soft plastic worm or soft plastic bait where you throw it out and your presentation is slow and natural, that becomes tremendously effective if you can find the fish. Another thing that you might want to use also at this time is any of the creature baits can work really well. But my point is, the fish are shallower right now than they normally are, and it gives more people, I think, an opportunity to still catch some really big St. Lawrence bass. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.